Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. So I hope everybody is having a great day today. It should be Tuesday when I put this one up, so happy Tuesday. And I thought we would do a little bit of art journaling today. I have what I have with me is a mixed media page out of my notebook. I have some matte gel medium. I have some modeling paste. I don't know that I'm going to use everything I have in front of me. I have some clear gesso. I have some of my oxide sprays, and I have washi tapes with me. And so I'm just going to kind of start laying some things down and see where it takes me. Okay? I was in the mood to play and thought that I would jump on here and bring you guys along. So, you know, I got all those gorgeous washi tapes the other day, and so I'm going to use some of them because I really want to build kind of a, I don't know, a fun background with them to then come back on with some other mediums and see what we end up with, you know? So yeah, let's do it. I don't want my washi tapes to keep ending up just sitting there. And that for me is becoming obvious that I buy them and then I trying to get this on straight, for some reason can't. I buy them and then of course I hoard them. So yeah, that's what's been happening. And so I'm just going to go through and kind of randomly, but on purpose, lay some down in different formats here and see where we end up. I always like this one. I've been using this one that says believe a lot. I think it's really pretty. So I of course am going to be covering this up with some other goodies. So we'll see where we end up. So what's everybody been doing? I've got, let's see, today is actually, for you guys, last Tuesday. I'm recording this. And it is, where do I want to put this one? Let's see. I'll go ahead and put it here. It is the, what, 31st? Yeah. So I know this is going up much later, but so I have not really, let's see, what have I done this week? Haven't done a whole lot. Went to the store, bought a few things, nothing too great. And then, of course, this weekend we are taking our my niece and soon-to-be nephew. It's Cordy's niece Annie. I told you guys about. I went to her bridal shower a few weeks ago, and yeah, we're gonna go take them for lunch and discuss the service for the wedding. You know, I'm officiating. I had told you guys that. And so we're going to go and discuss what they want their service to be like, the wording they want, you know, and all that good stuff, and the order and everything. And that should be fun. We're going to take them out for Mexican food. Yay! We love Mexican food. And so we're going to go. I don't even know exactly where we're going yet. And it's so funny. We've had I can't find the start. Oh, there we go. We have had the hardest time, like, planning where we want to go for and when we can get together. Our schedules just, it's comical. And we were supposed to do this like a few months ago and didn't get to do it. And then now we're even struggling now because we made the plan for this coming Saturday. And then my niece texts and says, you know what? I have to work. And she never has to work on a weekend like that. And so, yeah, it was pretty comical. And we're like, okay, so then we planned it to go on the 18th. Well, after I got off the phone and we ended up looking at the calendar a couple days later, it turns out that the 18th is the day we're going to go see Joyce Meyer here in Phoenix. And so we're like, oh no. And so, so I just texted her this morning and I said, sweetie, would it be possible to either go this Sunday or go later that day? Because we just thought that was funny. It's like, we just cannot get this together, can we? So yeah. Oh, this one's pretty. I haven't used it yet. So this little collage background should be interesting on here. Like I said, we're going to cover this up. I am going to do a little bit of fun stuff with, let's go over here. I think I'm going to do a little fun stuff with some stencil. I bought a stencil, a couple of stencils actually, the other day. I just got them. And so I want to use those. And I don't know if I'll use them in this particular layout, but I'm hoping to. So, yeah. But yeah, so that was pretty funny that we just couldn't seem to get our groove together on the same day. Now I'm going to start tearing some of this and going ahead and kind of giving it a little ripped effect here and there. I thought that might be kind of cute to show through. If it shows through at all, I don't know yet. We'll see. I just wanted to play with these and see what I could create. Yeah, I made my journal that I had talked about in our Facebook group. I posted it. Some of you saw it. I really like how it turned out. Here, I'll show it to you. It's right here. I was really excited because I've never made myself anything, and I did some little hand stitching around the top there, around the whole edge, like all over. And then on the inside, it's got pockets, and I put some the coffee stained tissue paper on the inside, and I used a little Tim Holtz, tape, and two of my favorite fabrics that I just love, this rose, these blue roses on this dingy material, and then of course my Atlas material. Now I got the rose material at Joann's, and I got the Atlas material at a Walmart, and I don't know if I've seen it again or what. It would have to come probably from a pretty big Walmart. I went to a big Walmart that day, but that's where I got that, and I fell in love with that cloth. And so anyway, and then Miss Pammy had sent me in her Happy Mail, she sent me that decal paper. So I used that, and I used coffee dyed and tea dyed paper and made my inside. And I created this for me to start kind of sketching and painting here and there. I did like some sketches of flowers and did a painting here, and just to start getting some ideas and laying them out. And then here I did like mountain, I haven't finished this, but it was just to play with some mountain scenes. And yeah, so I'm excited because that's what this is going to be. It's going to be my idea place for me to go to and just kind of, put stuff down on paper that I want. And yeah, I'm excited. I've never made myself a journal. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I always make them for other people or I make them to sell, And so yeah, I'm excited about that little guy. And I'm going to go ahead and put down a little bit more of this, but with some tears on it. And I'm going to be going over this with gesso, so anywhere where it's lifting, it's not really going to matter. Okay. And I'm going to start doing that right now. I'm going to grab my brush here. Where's my thick gesso? Oh, there it is. I'm like, it's my heavy gesso. So yeah, like I usually do when you guys see me do, I've got stuff in here. I wonder what that is. I'm just gonna kind of bring this around the edges of stuff and blend it into the background, the tape, I mean. And this is also gonna seal down places where it's lifting, because I'm going to go just around all of the edges here and paint this down. Now the other day when I used tape, I actually used a medium and glued it down. I didn't trust it, and look at this, it's lifting. I knew it could not be trusted. Even to just sit on a piece of paper and do nothing but look pretty, it still struggles to stay down. Washi tape is just so untrustworthy. It's wonderful to use, but... And I'm just going to kind of take my finger and smooth this out, because I like it to have kind of a non-distinct effect and look kind of cloudy, and just, to me, it just looks like it a little mysterious, you know. And if you're doing this, you can use it, and you know, you can do it thicker in some areas, thinner in others. There's really no, you know, rules about that. And as you can see, the washi is still showing through. Oopsie. For the most part, for right now. I'm going to be doing other stuff, so of course that's gonna probably change, and it's not, and there's going to be a lot of places where you can't see the washi. Okay. So I don't know what I did yesterday for our mask make, because I do those later on in the week. I hope you guys enjoyed it and that we had fun. And let me know how you're liking the schedule more with just one day between our videos. I know that I had done that first week. I did, you know, our first 2 weeks I did the Monday through Thursday. And yeah, it was okay. But I gotta be honest, I didn't like being away from you guys for 3 days in a row. I missed you. And so... I will say though that it's been better for me to be not doing the 7 days a week on the videos. Yeah, it's made my life a little bit easier. I'm able to get a little more done around the house. Because, you know, I'm on here doing these videos, but I'm a housewife and I have my responsibilities, you know. I stay home and take care of the house, and yeah, so this has made it a little bit, that's coming up, totally coming up. There we go. Let's push that back down. So yeah, and then also it's been able to give me some time to kind of get my creative juices flowing, which I was starting to feel like I didn't have any creative juices anymore. I'll be honest, today before I came on, I was struggling. I was like, okay, Lord, I need some ideas. I need some help, because I don't know why. I just have those days. You guys have those days where you just, you know, I was watching Sean Pettit yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And I really like how, you know, she gets us into her craft. I wish I had a craft setup where I could have you guys like right in the room with me, you know, showing you all my stuff, and I don't know, filming myself, you know, getting myself prepped and all of that. But yeah, I don't have a setup here yet for that. Someday when I have a bigger home, I will, I'm sure, because, you know, it's a goal. But yeah, I was listening to her talk about the beginning of the year, and she's gone through so much this year, and it's been hard for her to bring herself back into that creative flow, but she keeps coming back every day. And that's kind of how I've been feeling lately, that I come back to it every day, even though I'm not really necessarily feeling it per se. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to do that journal. I was going to create another junk journal for the shop, and I changed my mind and decided to make that one for me, because I need a place to go to and vent through art, you know, and not just like doing these, but doing it by myself, that alone place. And that's what that book is going to be for. So yeah, but I was encouraged watching her talk about that, because, you know, I think sometimes we think that everybody is, that we're all kind of on here, especially, that the people we watch and stuff are always on, and we're not. We're not always on. And it's nice to see that. So I have over here a couple of tubes of my Tim Holtz. I thought I'd make this easy on myself and use some of these because they're just so fun. And I was looking and thinking, you know, that'd be nice. I really would like. So yeah, I was thinking maybe use some of this paper. Oopsie. I didn't mean to tear right there. And I'm going to grab my gel. That's modeling paste, sorry. Let me grab the other one here. Rinse this off real quick. Yeah, so do you guys share with me, do you guys ever, you know, kind of feel like you're not inspired or that you're not, you know, on it art-wise? I know that, you know, health can have a big factor in that. It's almost bigger than my page. Our health sometimes is not the best and we don't always feel great or whatever. But I'm just talking about just kind of, you get in there and you start to do something and you just, like, you're not feeling it, you know? That's kind of what I'm talking about. And that's a lot. I've been feeling that way a lot. I don't know if it's, you know, the stress of thinking about family situations and stuff that's doing it, or, you know, I'm not sure. But I really want to enjoy my time in what I'm doing and not feel so much stress about it. And I've just been stressing a lot lately, and that's not cool, you know. So I'm trying to kind of chill out. That's why I was doing this today. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to art journal. I'm going to relax, talk to the girls, hang out, and just kind of go with the flow and see where it takes me. And hopefully it'll end up being something that I enjoy and that I end up liking, you know, to come back and look at. So far, I'm kind of liking this. I hope you are too. You know, it's hard to go wrong with Tim Holtz anything. Do you guys feel that way? I feel that way. Every time I touch something of his and use it, I'm like, oh yeah, it looks great. It's happening already for me. Now in this one, let's see, I was looking, I want to use, I think I put the wrong one in there. Yeah, I meant to grab this one. And I was going to grab this flower right here. Yeah, so I've been working on another digital kit, and that's been fun. And I've been kind of working in the pink family. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be called Floral Party, or Flower Party maybe. I'm not sure how I'll say it yet, but yeah, I'm going to put this one right here. Kind of overlap it with the sky. And there we go. I don't know why there's, I think I said this the other day, there's something so cathartic to me about, like, brushing, the stroking of brushing the matte gel or the matte medium, you know, any kind, acrylic or gel. I don't know why, but I find that very relaxing. I find it relaxing to watch somebody else do it too. It's odd to me that that's something I like so much, but it is. Now I have over here some tea bags. I know I've been on a tea bag craze, but look at these. These are passion fruit, and aren't they beautiful? And I was just thinking how fun it would be to maybe add, you know, a couple of pieces of this into the mix here. And so I'm just gonna rip some pieces here and see what I end up with. You know, I like this color scheme. I love that pink from the what is it? What does the passion fruit have in it? Flower. What is it called? I know the name. Can't think of it. Anyway, I love the pink and the way it looks. Oh, that looks cool. It kind of, that's weird. It kind of got lost in the black. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw a few pieces of this down. I bet it'll kind of come back. I think it looks pretty cool though. Look at that. Can you see it? Yeah, looks neat. I don't know. I've been dying to try and use these somewhere. I'm like, okay, I'll use them today. I'll figure out a way to use them. I've about teabagged you guys out, haven't I? I know last week and the week before I was playing with tea bags. But they're so fun. You know what? Somebody mentioned to me that they do this, so I'm going to give this a try. Just for texture, I saved the my tea leaves from the passion fruit and some from my green tea I was drinking. And I'm gonna, I don't know if this will work for me, but I'm gonna give it a try. Just for texture and to see what it, I don't know what it does. They were saying that they mix it in their gesso. I know I'm not mixing it in my gesso, but I'll clean it out of my gel medium here in a second. But I just wanted to put some down and see. It's giving it an interesting texture. Now I know it's not gorgeous. Remember, we're layering, guys. I know it's so hard to see the end from the beginning, but it might turn out that it looks pretty. We'll see. Okay, I just wanted to add some fun things on here, make it different. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry and then we'll be back, okay? Okay guys, I'm back. So, I just realized that it's possible my phone might die, so I'm plugging it in real quick here. If I can. There we go. All right, so we are dry, and what's interesting is all the pink, as you can see how we started out, turned black with the, or kind of a, I don't know, kind of a bluish black with the gel medium on top of it. So other than right here and right here, we lost all that pink, which I don't know, it's weird. So yeah, so that's what happened with that, which is fine. So I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm just really playing right now, you guys. I'm gonna spray a little vintage photo here on my plate and some water. This is oxide spray, if anybody's wondering. And I am gonna use my little paintbrush here and just kind of do a little browning on this here and there. Looks like my tea leaves also turned a black color. I'm going to bring this, I just want to get some color, and then I'm going to use some more gesso to kind of blend through the colors a little bit. Let me grab a baby wipe to sit down here underneath my paper so it can catch as this strips down. Okay. And I'm just kind of using the paintbrush to kind of control where it drips a little bit, what path it's taking. It's not the easiest thing to control, but okay. And then I was also going to use And I think instead of, I think I'm going to just tap it onto the paper here. And spray. This is more oxide, and this one's in Mowed Lawn. That first one, of course, I think I mentioned, was Vintage Photo. Okay. Yeah, I went and had some lunch while that was drying. What color is this? Let's see. This is twig, gathered twigs. I'm not sure. Is it super close to, I guess it's like really close to Vintage Photo, so I'm not going to worry about using too much of this. I just kind of wanted this to be more neutrally and kind of naturey a little bit. Okay. All right. Grab my heat tool. I'm going to dry this and I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. So I got to be honest, this is ugly. And that's okay. It's okay. I'm really playing today, and to be honest, just not sure how it's going to end up. Just to be completely transparent with you guys, I was just telling the Lord, you know, I feel whenever I do, I'm just trying to bring in some, I want to try some circles in here for the background. I was telling the Lord, you know, I just sometimes feel so inadequate to the task of doing this art journaling thing. I'm just being transparent with y'all. I really do. And every time I do it, I struggle with my own feelings of, you know, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'm putting a little script in the background. You can't ever go wrong with script, right? That's kind of how I feel. I'm doing this, and I did the circles because I wanted to bring it in before I come back in with some more gesso, and then I was thinking I would do a little more color. And I'm using black archival ink for my script. It will not move when I spray this with water. Okay. I don't want to overdo it with the script. I just want it there in the background. I really love the way it looks. I always love the way it looks. So for me, it helps. I'm going to try something because I'm going to try it. This is India ink. I have never done this before. So I'm going to come in with my brush. I've just got a paintbrush here. And I'm going to kind of, oh, this makes me a nervous wreck. I'm going to do a little bit of just kind of outlining some things here. I have no idea if I'm going to like this or not. That's why I'm being really careful. I know I usually use my Stabilo pencil, but I thought I would do some edging with this instead and see if I liked it. And again, I've got this edge is always hard for me to do simply because I've got this perforated area here. It doesn't look as good, of course, because it's framing it, but at the same time it's not, because I'm coming along an edge that doesn't exist right here. So I'm just going to bring it down where I would tear that perforated edge. So ignore that side, because when this comes, when it's, if I should actually what do you call it, I can't think. I'm wondering what will happen if I spray. Oh, good. This ink is moving. I kind of wanted some black coming down. It's definitely moving for me. I've not ever used India ink this way. I've just drawn with it. So, ooh, now I'm liking this much more. Yeah, I've only ever drawn with it. So I really want to get acrylic ink, but it's so expensive, you guys, and I've already kind of maxed my husband out for a little while, I think, because we are saving for our home, and also he is always so supportive, and I'm just not wanting to ask him, you know, for more. And I mean, or tell him I'm going to buy an expensive set of ink at this point. So that's why I'm using this. I thought I'd give it a try and see how it did, and it's not doing it too bad. So I like that. I like it more than I did before this. So I'm just going to kind of pushing that down. Okay. I don't want to lose. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Look at the green. I mean, the way it's responding to, it's like it, I don't know, it's weird. It brightened it up or something. Okay. Let me know in the comments, do you guys use acrylic ink? What do you think of it? I've watched other people using it, and I loved the effects that I saw it give. And so I was thinking it'd be really kind of cool to have some, but now I'm debating, because you know I love these and because of the green, I'm thinking I might add a little bit of purple. This is always, you know, you can always go overboard with this, though. This is the watercolor powder, and it's super easy to put too much, so you got to be careful. I did put too much right there. I already know I did up there at the top. Now, of course, the second I add the water and it begins to move with the black, I just thought it might look kind of cool with that green. I hope. There we go. And we got a little bit coming down the center here. There we go. All right, I like, the purple. I do. I like it. I do love purple with green, though, so it kind of turns my eyes on. That's why I thought of it when I saw that green showing up so bright with the black, that maybe if I added some of the purple, I would enjoy that. And we are going to go back in again, and we're going to add some more, like I said, we're going to put some gesso and build on this. So what time is it? Okay, I'll be back, you guys. Okay, guys, we're going to load another layer of color, and I've got to have some gold with the purple, so I'm just going to run again the brush along the top. I'm going to spray I've got my Kiritaki watercolor. I'm my gold over here, and I am using that. And I'm just going to run it along the top. Usually I kind of wisp it into what I'm doing when I do this, but this time I thought I'd give it a try and just let it kind of run down the page and do its thing with the purple and the black and the browns and the greens. And you know, gold never ever fails me. So I am gonna just play with some gold. I'm gonna put some throughout where I want it. Okay, and let the water do its thing. I know this is hideous and ugly right now, but you know what? I'm going to keep playing, keep layering, keep working on it until it becomes something of beauty. At least I'm going to try. I love you guys. Thank you for tolerating my learning process. This is the learning curve. There'll be a day when I'm doing these videos and I act like a pro, you know, but not yet. Okay, I'm going to pause again and I'm going to let it dry. Okay, guys, I'm back. So here's what we have so far. A lot of gold, and I went in with a thinner brush and kind of flicked gold through. And I have picked a couple of pictures that I want to place down. I know for sure I want to do this one. And I'm going to look and see how this one looks. That's a cityscape, and then this one is more of a country portrait. And I thought that it was pretty. Gotta tear it down though. I don't want the squared edges. And I'm gonna do the same with this. I went around and distressed with the black just to darken the edges, and then because this whole scene is kind of, the black is very predominant, you know. And then to get rid of the white, I just took my dauber over like I do with other stuff, and the brown, and just kind of aged the photo itself. But I was thinking that I would do. So I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to use my matte medium on this because it dries a little bit faster than the gel medium, in my opinion. And I'm just going to put some on here. And I've got some black heavy gesso over here on my plate. And instead of using the white on this one, I am going to use the black. Okay. Jeez, I am just like knocking everything over. I've got so much stuff on my desk at this point. I cannot not knock things over. I mean, it's literally everything is in my way. So, it's all right. We can do this, right, guys? You're used to me being Miss Clumsy anyway. I am putting this on here first, and I'm thinking I'm not going to rub it in. I'm going to just sit it down because it's lifting the purple. That powder does lift with anything, you know, activated with water. So, because it's a watercolor. So, I don't really mind a whole lot if it's got a little bit of the purple over it, because of the fact that the purple is predominant with the black, and I kind of like the standout. I also did this butterfly, or distressed, I should say. And I was thinking that I did not have a purple one. Oh, shoot. I folded it, of course. Again, I was gonna I gotta get one of my wipes. And I think I'm gonna put it as my third over here in this upper corner on the right side, right up in here. You know me, I love gold and I adore butterflies. So if I can get the butterfly and the gold on my page, I'm happy, usually. Oh, see, that's coming up really hard right there. Let me see. Yeah. That purple is very, very active to water anything wet. Let's see if I can just kind of fade it in a little bit. My brush is wet as well, so sorry about being so unprepared on things. I forget still, like what's going to react and what's going to cause me problems, you know. I have a tendency to still forget. That's why I said earlier, yeah, you won't see me acting like I'm a professional on this type of stuff for a very long time, because I'm not, which is very obvious. It's kind of funny. The pan watercolor does not react to the water. It's that powder that does it, and it's every time I use it, it's kind of like, oh, you know, it's always got a little bit of a response, which I'm not going to worry about. It's just bringing in some purple into that pink butterfly, and I'm also going to be using some black gesso, so you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, I am going to go ahead and dip into this gesso and see what I can do. I don't know. Let's see. See, this is lifting right here. It's different to do this with the black as opposed to the white. I'm always afraid to use the black to kind of blend in the background, you know, because they're so, I don't know, it's so much more distinct. It's so much more dramatic, you know. And when I get to the end, and I'm going to work down here because that's still a little bit wet up there. When I get to the end and I do my typical little speckles around the edges, I am going to use white to, you know, of course, bring it back out of itself a little bit. So, and I'm just taking, this is a makeup eyeshadow brush, but it's a lot like a filbert. So it's got that rounded, nice rounded, and it's very soft. So it's kind of blending that gesso into my background, which I'm not hating. I am always so, like I said, I'm always so nervous to use the black gesso, but I'm not hating it this time so much. Hate's a strong word. You know what I mean? It's not making me go, oh no, I've messed it all up, you know. Because I want this to kind of, the picture to kind of pop out of the background and be breaking through this maze of color and everything. So, yeah. So I'm just kind of letting this brush swoop it out into the color, and yeah, just get a real blended look. I was thinking, I have this brush I want to try something real quick with. I was trying to see if I could get rid of the hard edges with this larger brush and kind of tap it out. I'm moistening the brush and then I'm drying it off. I don't want to bring in water. I just want the moisture to smooth out the rough edges. And it actually seems to be kind of doing it, so that's good. Little heavy-handed on the gesso there, Tara. I have to be careful around her head, or I'll completely end up covering up her face, and I don't want to do that. I am completely experimenting with this, you guys, so I have not tried this before. I just wanted to see if it would give me that smoked out kind of effect, and it actually seems to be kind of work. Oops, I swooped it across her. See how I am? It seems to be working for the most part. Oh yeah, even coming back in a few minutes later onto the butterfly, it's still, the gesso is moving. So that's good. It's definitely moving for me. This is a very dark piece, isn't it? They say that it's a reflection of, you know, how you're feeling or whatever's going on the inside of you, and I have not. I've been going through some stuff, so maybe it is. Maybe that's true. I don't know. What do you guys think? I definitely was not trying to, when I started, to be dark or anything. I think I'm just heavy-handed and doing way too much black. I'll admit, there's part of me that's been kind of down lately, you know, with my grandson and my daughter's stuff going on, just not having the access to my family. So yeah, maybe this is my way of bringing hope into what's hurting on the inside. Now I'm going to try something and see if I can bring some of that pink out. I've got this very lightly dampened wet wipe. I've been dipping my brush in, just trying to bring some of the pink back out, see if I could. Now, all right, I always do this. I pour out way too much black gesso. Every time I use this, I end up taking it and putting it on a brush and sticking it back into my tube. That's funny, right? So if you ever pour out too much, It's times like this I wish I would have bought the little, you know, container like I have with my white. Sorry, just getting this back in here real quick. I don't want it to dry out, so thank goodness the hole is at least big enough to shove it back in there. There we go. All right. Now, I'm going to take some of my white. Oh, no, wait. First, I do want to do, I know I've got a ton of black on here already, and I actually think I may go ahead and take the perforated part off of here for the simple reason that I would like for it to be able to have the edge. I can see it from the back, so I'm just gonna take some scissors and I'm gonna trim it. What I did the last time I did this, if you do this, you can glue it back into on another page, which is what I did the last time, so that I could get a nice edge. Or not the last time, but I think it was like the second one I ever did, is glued into my book on another page. Because that way I can go around my edges and not have that look so weird. And I know you're not supposed to dip your Stabilo, but I'm just dipping it for now because I really don't want to. Oops. And it comes off so nice. I saw another tip today. If you're using a Stabilo and you heat your page, I haven't tried it, but I saw somebody do it, and Karen Tamir was doing it, and she said if you wet your if you heat your page and then you use your Stabilo, it's almost like butter because of the warmth. I guess the heat causes it to react as well as water, so that's pretty cool to know. In case you didn't know that, I did not know that, so I thought I'd share. Okay. I don't know, I just love the effect of the Stabilo pencil on the paper. I really, really do. Yeah, I just wanted that clean edge around the left side there, and I wasn't going to get it if I didn't trim that piece off. So, okay. All right. So now I'm going to use some white. Let me grab. I don't want, this is gloss. I don't want glossy white. I thought I had, I'll just use my white from my watercolor here. Oh, you know what though? I'm going to pause for just a second and get my other white, because that will like fade into the background. I'll be right back. Okay. So I just have some matte white and I'm adding some water to it. I'm not making this difficult by any means. Okay. And let me get my little brush I like to use. I got these little bowls for $1.99 for a pack of, I think it was 4 or 6 at Hobby Lobby. Now, I am going to really quick, I'm going to cover these focal points because I don't want white all over them. Just like maybe even a little less, just enough to cover her. I don't want her getting splattered, you know. And I'm just kind of trimming this in a rough shape of that. And again, up here on this little guy, I'm just going to cover him a little bit so that he's not getting splattered as well. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's try and see if I can do this right. And I'm using the acrylic because every time lately I've used any watercolor to do the splatters, I've found that it just kind of fades into my background and disappears. And I even the acrylic mixed with that water is kind of blending into that purple. I can see it already. And I'm doing white because I don't think the black would show up very well, but also I wanted to bring some light back into the foreground. Y'all know what I mean. Okay. I think that's maybe a little bit more right through here. There. So there's that. There's that. There we go. Okay, guys. There we go. I don't know. What do you think? Here, let's pull back a little bit so you can kind of see the whole picture. I don't know. This is, I think, going to be one of those that I have to walk away from and come back to and see if I like it. It's okay. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't always like what I do right away. It sometimes for me takes a minute. So that is our video for today. I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me while I played, and I'm glad that you hung out with me if you stayed with me to the end. If you enjoyed the video and you liked the project, then please give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more like this and other tutorials, then please subscribe to my channel. And I love you, God bless you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or Thursday. I'll see you Thursday. Take care. Bye.